What's up, G Fusion fans, and welcome back to another video. And today we are going to talk about Uzaki-chan wants to hang out. So, if you probably haven't heard of this anime yet, well, I actually would be surprised because uh, there's been a lot of talk about it in the anime community, especially in the past few weeks, because of the controversies surrounding it. And the controversy of this anime slash manga comes from uh, mainly Westerners reacting to Uzaki's design itself, and they have been trying to fix Uzaki's design using their own, well, I would say twisted uh, concepts. But anyways, uh, of course, with that kind of infamy, I guess, uh, the show has been gaining a lot more attention actually, and uh, I have actually seen a lot of memes, a lot of hilarious ones at that, and this video serves to actually discuss the show and what makes it popular other than the controversy. So, well, let's get that out of the way first. So, I have said earlier that the Uzaki-chan wants to hang out uh, became quite controversial because of the character's design, and then a lot of Western audiences, most likely SJWs, wanted to redesign Uzaki, and of course, there's been also a counter backlash from the Japanese fans, like basically telling them to get off their business, like get out, you know, those stinking Westerners, they say, or I have seen like stinking feminists or whatever. Those are the reactions again, by the way, from the Japanese Twitter as counter backlash to the Westerners reacting to Uzaki-chan. So yeah, there's that. Now, speaking of Uzaki-chan controversy, uh, even before the anime has come out, uh, earlier this year, Uzaki has been used as somewhat of an image model for uh, the Japanese Red Cross, encouraging especially young people, I believe, to donate blood. And again, with that design, with Uzaki being very well endowed for a very short girl, and as you would expect, Westerners would react negatively to that. They have reacted negatively to that. But yeah, so if you guys want to see that, I'm actually going to put a link down in the description. Please go to the J Fusion page where I will post this as well through an article, and then you will see the news link to that particular Japanese Red Cross shtick with the Uzaki. So it will also be down below the video, so you can read that as well. Now, okay, so those issues out of the way, let's actually talk about the show and what's actually great about it. Now, of course, given the design of the main character, Hana Uzaki, you would probably think that this is going to be your stereotypical ecchi anime. And despite a lot of, well, scenes that are, well, ecchi, of course, given the nature of the show, what sold to me is actually the humor. Like, of course, a lot of the fan servicey scenes are kind of designed to bring humor, but it doesn't actually hit me as it hits me more as funny rather than etchy. So what's also interesting here is the characters. So you got your loner male protagonist, Shinichi Sakurai, and of course, uh, like his tendencies to be by his lonesome, uh, actually uh, motivates Hana to get him out more, like spend time with him. And there's also gonna be some sort of love story underlying there, and it's also a bit of like a will they won't they relationship. And we also have two supporting characters, Ami and Itsuhiro. So uh, even with the introduction of these two characters, like you won't see a love triangle per se. Although when Ami is introduced, she seems to be interested in Shinichi, but when she saw Hana and when she saw the kind of relationship she has with Shinichi, she actually decides to support them, and she kind of realizes that she's kind of like her father. So Shinichi works part time at a cafe that Ami owns. Well, Ami's father actually. So her father has a habit of watching people, and he has a great interest in the kind of progress that Shinichi and Hana's relationship, how it would develop. And Ami realizes that she's very much like her father, so she decides to observe and probably even deliberately create situations for them to be together. And Itsuhiro, Shinichi's friend and classmate, perhaps. So, despite developing some sort of rivalry with the Ami, they actually have the same goal to, uh, well, whether he wants to actually have Shinichi and Hana end up together, I'm not very sure about that, but he is surprised to see how much uh, Shinichi can change because of Hana. So Itsuhiro also becomes interested in putting them together just to see how Shinichi would change. And again, it's those kinds of relationships that make the show interesting, despite again the rather etchy side of things. It's also very much a slice of life anime, again with a lot of scenes that are set in everyday life, so there's no fantasy about it. uh, Even though maybe Hana's design is a fantasy for many people, but again, short girls who are well endowed, just like Hana, actually exist in real life. I would say uh, there are probably more people or more girls like her that exist, most likely. So again, it's very much realistic. The humor is very nice, uh, and done quite tastefully, I would say. And yeah, I do enjoy watching the show. And despite all the negative reactions from the West, I don't care. Like, they do they can do all the redesigns that they want, and I leave it to the Japanese fans to actually counter backlash them again if ever this happens. So yeah, let's just leave it at that. But overall, again, the show is enjoyable despite its fan servicey scenes, and I am actually excited to see what happens next and what kind of hijinks they're going to get into. It's well, of course, it's etchy. There's definitely some romance in there, uh, slice of life, and really the comedy. So uh, all those things put together make Uzaki-chan Wants to Hang Out a very great show to watch. Or if you are a manga reader, you can go ahead and read it as well if you can find any sources, hopefully. So yeah, that's about it for this video, I think. So anyways, thank you so much, guys, for watching. Please do leave a like, comment, subscribe, and don't forget that notification bell so you get the latest from JE Fusion. This has been Philip, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.